Hello, this is my walkthrough of my assignment so far on Unity. Here I am trying to emulate a studio apartment belonging to an artist, which I want to convey and incite the player to feel calm, relaxed, and explorative. I wanted them to be able to feel safe exploring the space. The reason why I made it an artist's apartment is because I wanted to make sure there was an art studio, as it reflected my own experience finding peace and tranquility in my creative process as an artist growing up. I used a lot of open space so that the player wouldn't feel trapped, so that they could feel open and that they weren't in a constricted space. As you can see, the second floor is the art studio itself. I placed 3 desks onto the left-hand corner with a pile of canvases and a cork board. And to the right, there are 2 large shelves which are meant to store the art supplies. I also did it in a half floor so that you could look down to the first floor. And not everything is textured at the moment. A lot of it is temporary solid color, which will be textured later on. There are plenty of windows for ample lighting, which was something I really wanted to emphasize. I wanted it to feel much larger as well. Down the stairs here, you can see underneath there's some sort of wall. However, that is meant to be a cupboard under the stairs once I texture it into a door. And right behind, you can see in the back of the first floor, to the right-hand side, there is a corner kitchen with 3 counters. And all of them have drawers and cabinets that are slightly open, with the intention that I will be putting assets such as cooking utensils and cutlery in there for the player to explore at their leisure. The counter in the back has the stove and oven combo, and the one on the right has the sink. And finally, the one closer to the camera here in the front is meant to be a breakfast nook. As you can see, I've also added some stools for the breakfast nook in this sage green color. And then to the right-hand corner, there are a couple of pots and some as well on a little table there that are meant to be plants. I wanted to make sure to include lots of pieces of nature into this piece because I find it to have a very calming effect. And this empty space between the living area and the plants is going to be where the dining table is. It won't be very big, just a small one, very intimate, but I wanted to make sure I included it. And here in the living area, you can see I've made a matching couch and armchair set, both in this light yellow color. And in the middle, I've also placed this coffee table with wood and a glass top. Underneath is meant to be the rug. It will not be that gray color at the end. It will be textured, as will many of these things. In a mention of color, I decided on, as you can see, 3 very distinct analogous colors. So there is the sage green of the stools, the pale lime green of 2 walls over here, the one in the back and the right, and the yellow color of the couches. All are very bright and light colors that I felt really emulated the calming and open emotion that I really wanted to convey. And on the right side here, this brownish color is meant to be a exposed brick wall. I just wanted to make sure there was some contrast and that the whole environment wasn't going to be completely one tone. A lot of white will also be used, such as this cabinet here, and a lot of the counters here are also white, and they are going to have marble countertops as well. I do want to make sure I include a lot of bright colors just to convey the sunny and bright personality that the artist living in this studio apartment has as well. The idea of the gameplay is for the player to be a small creature, most likely a spider, that is going to be exploring this apartment. It's going to be a large open space, but I wanted to make sure the player felt reassured that they weren't going to suddenly be chased down by a person. It's very open but calming, and I wanted to also emphasize that later on through the sound, which will be a background music I compose myself in GarageBand, as well as some sound effects such as traffic outside or birds chirping. And that is all. Thank you so much for watching.